Hello everyone. In this video, we will be studying exercise 1.4 Introduction and First Sum. So here we'll be, studying the introduction of exercise 1.4. So operations on real number. So we'll see the first situation here. So if we take a rational number and if we add, subtract, multiply or divide it with another rational number, then the result number what we will be getting will be also a rational number. So we will understand this with an example. So for example, say if I take 1 and if I add it with 2, the result what I will be getting is 3. So I am taking a rational number and I am adding another rational number 2, and the result what I am getting is 3, which is also a rational number. So this is what we have to understand. When we take rational number, plus, minus, multiply or divide, anything you do with by taking another rational number, the result what you will be getting will be also a rational number. Now the another second situation. If we take a irrational number and if we add, subtract, multiply or divide it with another irrational number, then the result what we'll be getting, it can be an irrational number or it can also be a rational number. So we'll see and understand with example. So if I take root 3 and if I add again root 3 in that, the result will be 2 root 3. So 1 root 3, nothing is there here means 1, here also nothing is there means 1. So 1 root 3 plus 1 root 3, 2 root 3. So which is an irrational number. But we can also get rational number. So if I take root 3 and if I do into root 3, so what will happen? Root 3 into root 3, so it will become 3, right? Two numbers within the root pair will form, one number will jump outside, so it will become 3. 3 is what? 3 is a rational number. So if you take a irrational number, add, subtract, multiply, divide it with another irrational number, the result what we'll be getting is it can be a irrational number or it can also be a rational number. So this is an example of for irrational number. This is an example that if we add or take two irrational numbers, then we can also get a rational number. So now another situation we'll see. Okay, now if we take a rational number, okay, and if we add, subtract, multiply or divide it with and say irrational number, then the result what we'll be getting is an irrational number. So example we will see. Say if I take rational number and if I add an irrational number, so the result what we'll be getting is same. I cannot go further and solve this. So this itself is the final answer. So 2 plus root 3 is an irrational number. So the result what we'll be getting after taking an irrational number and adding, subtracting, multiply, divide, whatever you do by taking an another irrational number, the result will be an irrational number. So the result, this is the result. The result is an irrational number. Okay, so this is what we have to understand in our introduction, that operations on real numbers. What will happen if we take rational and rational number, irrational and irrational number, rational number and irrational number? What will be the result? That is what we have understood in this introduction part. Now we will see, few more things in our first question. Okay, which we'll do on the next page. Now here we will see exercise, 1.4 first sum. Classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. So the numbers what they have given, we have to comment whether they are rational or irrational. So here 2 minus root 5 they have given. So 2 is what? 2 is a rational number minus root 5. Any prime number inside a square root is a any prime number inside a square root is a irrational number. So root 5 is an irrational number, and we saw in our last introduction slide that rational minus plus multiply divide whatever you do by taking an irrational number, the result what we'll be getting is always a irrational number. So it means this number is what? This is a irrational number. So it is a irrational. Okay. Then 3 plus root 3 minus root 3. Now I will remove the bracket here. So 3 plus root 23 minus, see here only one single term we have outside this minus. So no need to change the signs. Otherwise we would have changed the signs for this if there would have been two terms. But directly we can remove this bracket and we can start solving it. So minus root 23. Now plus root 23 minus root 23 will get cancelled with each other, and what we will have is only 3. And 3 is what? 3 is a rational number, because 3 can be written in the form p by q, right? We can write it in p by q, nothing is there means 1 will be there. So p by q, if we can write it, means it is a rational number. So it is a rational. Now next we'll see the third sum, 2 root 7 divided by 7 root 7 here they have given. So root 7 and root 7 we can cancel. So what will remain with is 2 by 7. So 2 by 7 is in the form p by q. So if any number is there in the form p by q, it means it is a rational number. So it is a rational number. Now, here 1 is what? 1 is a rational number, and root 2 is what? Root 2 is a irrational number. So, root 2 is irrational number. Rational divided by irrational. So, if you do any operation with real and irrational, the result will be what? The result will be an irrational number. So, this is a irrational number. Now, 2 is rational, but pi is what? Pi is irrational. So 2 pi means 2 into pi. So 2 is rational number, but pi is what? It is an irrational number. So rational number and any operation with irrational number, the result will be always and irrational. So this is also a irrational number. Okay, so this was our first introduction and first sum of exercise 1.4. Now the remaining sums we will do in another video. Okay, please like, share, comment and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you very much, guys.